Welcome back, everybody. This is JenSandwiches, here to take another bite out of Zombie Exodus. Last time, I believe, we broke into this guy's apartment, and I hadn't actually searched through it yet. We just broke in. I'm pretty sure. Just so you remember, my name is Ramalama Ding Dong Anderson. I'm a scientist. Yeah, that's kind of it. We have a gun and a flashlight, and we have our research files. If you heard that, that was my cat. Anyway. You perform a more thorough search of the living room and find no phone. You step into the kitchen and spot a radio on a counter next to a coffee maker. Static fills the area, so you turn off the radio. The white noise dies out and is replaced by the sounds of scraping, similar to what you heard in your apartment. You spin around, look up, and put your hand on the revolver, readying yourself for whatever is making the noise. It slides from one end of the room to the other, crossing the walls behind overhead cabinets. You search through each one, anxiously waiting for something to leap out. You find nothing but soup cans, old dried pasta, and glass jars of herbs. In the last cupboard, you open up a can of coffee and find a roll of money inside. The scraping intensifies in the corner of the room as you consider the money roll. From what I remember from my past playthroughs, money doesn't really do anything, so I don't think I even really need it. Unless there are just some scenarios I haven't even found yet, but I don't think I need the money. I don't know. I'm not going to take it. You put the money back in the coffee can, place it in the cupboard, and head out of the kitchen. Having checked out all of Connor's apartment, you walk back into the hallway. Your humanity increases slightly. Haha. Anyway, you think you should check another apartment. You head into... I don't remember which one is which or which... Good stuff. I think I usually pick 7C though, so I'm gonna try 7D this time. As you step toward the apartment, sounds resonate through the door. A loud male voice, repeated clicking noises, a constant electrical hum. You knock on the door. All goes silent. Moments pass. You listen and hear the rattling of locks and chains at the door, which springs open. A tall man in his early 20s answers the door wearing a tie-dye t-shirt and faded blue jeans with dark brown sandals and a full, bushy blonde beard. A blue wool-knit cap is pulled tightly over his head. He leans out of the door, looks left to right, and then pulls you into the apartment. Inside is a geek's wonderland. Half a dozen laptops blinking and buzzing in a row, a large plasma television with 8 different news channels tiled on the screens, wires and cables on the walls, hanging from the ceiling and crisscrossing every inch of walking space, dozens of open cans of Red Bull spread across various surfaces, comic books and graphic novels strewn about, Lord of the Rings memorabilia set in a shrine near an open kitchen, and dozens of movie posters covering sci-fi over the past 30 years. Wow. Hey, look who it is, you guys! Hey, I'm Jason. Have a seat, he states through a raspy, cigarette-soaked voice and sits in a rolling chair positioned in front of the row of laptops. He taps away at a PC and yells at a screen. Wow, look at that. We met a character from way later, very early in the game. I did not think that was possible. Maybe this is the way we get him to not hate you, because every time I play, he fucking hates my guts. Okay, anyway. People are just rising from the dead all over the world. It's global zombie chaos. This is undead Armageddon. Hey Jason, I'm Ramalama Ding Dong. I really need a phone. Do you have one I can use for a quick call? Not sure what you're trying to prove asking me that, Jason says, shaking his head. What the fuck? This is why I hate this guy. He's such a dick. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I just need to call my sister and make sure she's okay. Jason removes an earbud from his ear. No, sorry, I was talking to my buddy, Deeter, I don't know, on VoIP, trying to stay off the cell phone grid. No problem, can I use, VoIP to call someone? As Jason flicks switches and taps on keys, the laptops turn off, as do the monitors and televisions, and the lights dim. Jason moves to his side wall with what looks like the most elaborate fuse box in North America and pushes wires and fuse caps around. You see, This epidemic is underreported. Most of Europe is already zombie-fest, and there are millions of Asian zombies running around. These things ain't like the movies. They're even more ferocious. You gotta destroy their heads, or they just get back up more pissed than ever. A long, shrieking noise echoes through the apartment. You and Jason freeze. The sound was not natural, not human, and not animal. You close your eyes to focus on listening, but only hear the hum of the computers and your own rapid breathing. Jason runs to the door and presses his ear against it. His mouth opens wide in a gasp, but no sound emanates. He rushes toward you, grabs your shoulders, and begins pushing you to the door. Sorry, you gotta go. Before you have a chance to reply, Jason leads you through the door and closes it. You are standing in the hallway, alone once more. Wow, alright, what a dick. You realize that staying upstairs is a waste of time, and if you want to find Emma and get out of the city, you'll have to make your way downstairs. Next chapter, the journey downstairs. Woo! I wonder if Jason's gonna be on my, Oh, nope. He is not. I have no access to people at all. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Never done that before. Anyway, you head down the hallway and step into the open elevator. The lights inside flicker, and you hit the down button. Nothing happens. You realize there must not be enough power going through the building for the elevator to work. Yeah, probably because Jason is taking all the power. The metal door of the stairwell beckons you. As the fog of your hangover slowly lifts, you recall this stairwell is closed for repairs below the third-floor landing. The best plan is to walk there and check around for a phone. You step inside to darkness. A wave of cold air swallows you. A low humming echoes in the distance, but the closest sound is that same scratching noise. It seems to be coming from all around you with no discernible source. How do you proceed? Run down the stairs, head down cautiously, turn back to head to your apartment, turn on your Yeah, I'm gonna use my flashlight, thanks. The glow of your flashlight cuts through the darkness of the stairwell. Trash is everywhere. Clumps of newspaper, broken appliances and furniture, and other debris lie strewn about. You maneuver down, staying close to the cement wall. You step over large piles and use the light to guide your way. Near the fourth-floor stairwell exit, a man sits on the ground with his back to you. Possibly 6 feet tall, his limbs bend at strange angles, and his skin has a yellowish tinge like jaundice. He twitches as you approach, and you reflexively cover your nose with your hand as he reeks of a spoiled milk odor. Ew. Well, I do know it's good to have great humanity, and I mean, I have a gun, so I could kill him if he gets crazy, so I guess we'll check on him. You walk up to the man and lean near him. Sir, are you all right? You ask. Are you hurt? The man rises and turns toward you. A yellowish film of sweat covers his face, and he presses a bloody towel against his neck. He mouths the words, "Help me," and reaches out with curled fingers ending hard, brown nails. I don't have a phone or I'd call 911. Do you want me to help you to your apartment? You say, but as you reach out to help him, his body goes limp. He crashes to the ground and gurgles and expels a green mucus in a wide spray. You leap back from the liquid and crash against the wall. He screams and arches his back, mouth stretched open. The man's eyes roll back and the whites of his eyes turn green. Brown sludge bubbles out of his mouth and puffs of air blow it over his chin and cheeks. His body twists at the spine and hips, his fingers fan out and elongate, and legs and arms angle against their joints. The man twitches uncontrollably, shouting and crying with each movement. You think of running back to the apartment, but there is no phone available to call for help. And then the man stops thrashing. His back stiffens, and limbs go limp. His eyes close and face softens, as if the peace of death has washed over him. The hallway is silent and still. You lean against the wall and wipe sweat from your forehead. What just happened? Is he truly dead? A cool breeze blows through the corridor, and though you wonder what will become of this dead man, your thoughts turn to Emma. You need to contact her and... While you contemplate your next move, the man sits up. Tiny red irises appear through the green liquid of his eyes. Dark yellow skin has replaced the pale tone, and green splotches spread around his face and neck like leaking dye from his pores. Bones arch out, and the limbs appear misshapen. with ligaments and muscles poking out above the skin, contracted and contorted. His head turns in one long swivel, eyes locking on you. I don't remember this happening at all. I'm a little scared. Oh, God. I love the illustrations in the first one. I forgot about that. I'm scared now. Oh, no. The man darts forward, but you sidestep and run half a flight down the stairwell. A high-pitched scream pierces the air, and you know your next move is critical as the strange man closes in. Okay. Well, I am not a priest this round, so I'm not going to kneel on the ground and pray. I guess I could use my revolver. I mean, I might as well. Yeah, I guess so. The man lunges at you, but you scramble out of the way, landing hard against the stairwell wall. He leaps again, hands outstretched, but you drop down and roll under his body, the jagged edges of the stairs digging into your back as you tumble down the stairs. You roll until you reach the next landing, and your body crashes into the cement floor. All air leaves your lungs, but you know the stranger is coming. You scramble to your knees and yank out your revolver. Only half a staircase away, the man barrels toward you. You fire and hit him in the chest, spinning him sideways as momentum carries him past you into the stairwell wall. The shot only seems to piss him off, and he stands with arms outstretched and bellows some horrid sound which echoes through the stairwell. He lunges at you, but you dodge to the right. He lands on the stairs, turns, and leaps again. You fire and miss. Several minutes of shooting and dodging keep you on the move constantly, and your strength fades as the man pushes forward with no signs of slowing down. Oh no, am I gonna die? At the next landing, you gain a bit of distance from the man. In the darkness, you use his enraged screams to alert you to his position. You turn, crouch, fire several rounds, and catch a glimpse of him in your peripheral vision as he hits the ground. You rush to his body, gun ready to fire again. He lies on the ground, a dark bullet hole in the center of his skull, which oozes brownish liquid. You slump to the ground, your heart is pounding, and breathing is so rapid you wonder if you're having a heart attack. Minutes pass, and you regain your strength, with your heart rate returning to normal. You step past the man's body and walk several flights down to the next landing. You open the third-floor door and step inside. Next chapter, the third floor. Oh my god, this is way more intense than I remembered it last time. I think maybe the creator has added some stuff. I kind of remember reading, like, on Facebook or something like that on his page that he did a few more things with the first game. But I haven't played it since then, so maybe this is new. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. Progress saved. Should you die during the next chapter, you will have the option of trying again from this exact point, or to replay the game from the very beginning. Lovely. Hopefully I won't die. Please note that this option applies only to this session. After quitting the game, yeah, I know. Okay. God. How much time do I have? Okay, I've got time. How am I? My humanity is growing. That's good. That's what I wanted. Still uninjured. Also good. In the dimly lit hallway of the third floor, you pause for a moment to collect your thoughts. Things just got more real. Sure, it was disturbing to watch on TV, but you just encountered an actual infected person, a zombie. You have to make contact with Emma, and either need to find a phone or somehow locate her in this crazy zombie-filled city. You move down the hallway. It's only a few degrees warmer than the stairwell, and you rub your arms to generate some heat. The hallway runs east-west and is wider than other floors, and you recall this area houses management offices, maintenance, and a cafe. You could surely find a phone in one of the offices, or maybe one of the staff has remained and can help you. On the other hand, the maintenance area may have tools or other items that could come in handy. You could also search the cafe, which must have a phone or at least some food to take. You head to the... I'm thinking tools at this point will probably be most useful. So let's try that. You walk to the end of the hallway, which turns east and continues on. Through the darkness, floodlights provide enough illumination to see 30 feet ahead. A musty screen of white, billowy smoke hangs in the air, and you hear the low hum of steam vents and machinery working. The air is noticeably warmer, enough that the adrenaline in your veins and the rise in temperature have you covered in a film of sweat. Water stains spot the drop ceiling, and the tiles bulge every few feet through which the scurrying of rodents can be heard. Up ahead is a single wooden door with a glass pane, and the words Michael Woods, Maintenance Supervisor, etched in black. Lights flicker behind it, and as you step closer, you see the silhouette of a man inside. There is no movement and no sound from within. Oh, I'm scared. I hope he's not another zombie. But I mean, I'm not hurt. I still have my gun. It doesn't say that I don't have ammunition for it, so I'm probably okay. You step inside the maintenance office, which is fairly cluttered with old machine parts and tools. A table lamp flickers, and you smell a mixture of oil and burnt cigarettes in the air. A tall, burly man sits on the edge of a metal desk. He is wearing a brown uniform with work boots, and a tag on his chest reads, Mike. He has a dirty rag pressed against his neck, and blood streaks through it. A bottle of whiskey and a .38 Special lie on the desk. Hey, how you doing? He asks in a husky voice. He breathes heavily and grimaces every few seconds. Yeah, I'm not gonna attack him. I mean, I'm a scientist, not quite a doctor, but I could try to attend to his wounds. I might as well try to help him. You step in and raise your hands to the side. May I look at your wound? You ask. Mike removes the rag, and large bite marks on his neck stare back at you like weeping eyes. The skin is pierced and red, with white fluid encrusting the edges. Mike takes a deep breath and leans back, shifting his weight. Tears well up in the corners of his eyes. He takes a swig from the whiskey bottle and sets it back down. I got into a fight with one of those things. They're zombies. It was a tough one, but I got it down. The thing is, it bit me. Mike pauses for another belt from his bottle. We both know what happens next, and I don't want to be one of them. I can already feel the venom flowing through me. I can tell it's changing me. I got my gun here. He lifts the revolver off the desk and waves it around. I know what I gotta do. I gotta stop the infection from turning me. But I tried to do it, and I can't. I just can't pull the trigger. Mike puts his hand over his eyes and sobs. Moments go by. He coughs hard and lifts his head up. I need you to do it for me. Just take this gun and do it. Don't let me turn into one of those things. Yeah, I'm gonna do it for Mike. That's the nice thing to do. You take the gun and aim at Mike, who closes his eyes and smiles. You pause for a moment, then pull the trigger and watch the man's head jerk back from the blast. He slumps backward over the desk. His legs kick out and then fall still. The rag falls away from his neck, and you see the large bite marks across his neck forming into a large patch of green skin. You search the room and find 2 meatball sandwiches in a lunch bag, along with 4 bottles of water. A knapsack is tucked under the desk, so you take all of the items and shove them in the bag. A multi-tool lies under an old brown coat, and you throw it in the bag as well. You sling the knapsack over your shoulder, pick up the bottle of whiskey, and tuck Mike's gun in your belt. Past the desk is an exit, a short hallway leading to the stairwell. You walk down to the ground floor landing. Though you took Mike's life, you know it was the humane act. Next chapter, ground floor. Well, that's probably a good place to stop because I'm almost at 20 minutes, which is how long I usually like to keep these, so I know it didn't seem like we made much progress, but we found a lot of items. See, look you guys, and our humanity is at 60% now. So now we have a revolver, a backpack, a flashlight, food, water, a multi-tool, and whiskey. We're doing pretty good, I think, and we're not even hurt yet. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty confident right now. So anyway, yeah, that was part 2 of the original Zombie Exodus, and if everything goes according to my plan, I'll have another episode up next week too. So yeah, thank you guys once again for sticking with me, and I will see you all later. Bye!